teams with a lot of talent, but also a lot of inexperience on each side.
And Kevin, you know what that means? It means we're going to see some spectacular plays, but a few that'll have you scratching your head as well. Always interesting to watch these young players develop.
Now Sacramento starting five. Barnes and Bagley, the duo with the forward. Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. And it's Holmes in at the five.
Yeah, not just a finisher now. Barnes always willing to make the extra pass.
Fox against Payton. And it's denied by Fox. They recover.
And you know, guys, listen, Noel brings value. The reason he's a menace on the defensive end and an absolute warrior on the glass.
New York shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board. 77% collectively.
Hindi ka kasyat, Nerlens. Ay. Nerlens.
That's good from Noel.
Nerlens, Noel. Never sleeps, New York Knicks. City never sleeps, New York Knicks. Hindi din matulog. Lugar di ay.
All free throws good from Noel. So for the Kings, their last game a win against the Rockets.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
And Barrett gets it to go.
This guy's such an instinctive scorer. R.J. Barrett goes to the floater game.
And a physical presence is former Kentucky Wildcat Julius Randle. But he's got some mobility to go along with it. Able to move and attack in transition.
Up and in on the way.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
And here's Barnes for three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. You know, people have talked about Julius Randle's game. He's a power driver, isn't he, Brooklyn? And the guy just bulldozes all the way in.
I like that phrase, Kevin. You know, very fluid for his size. Pretty good ball handler and passer. The shooting is where he's still filling in the gap. And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens. This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
They get it back. Pass to Bullock. Three-pointer. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Passes it to Barnes. Sacramento moving it around. Here's Fox. Offline with his three.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now. Boy, not nearly tough enough inside on the defensive end. They made that all too easy for him.
And Fox gets it to go.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. Has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
Now here's Payton. He's coming off a 10-point game against Milwaukee. To the middle.
Noel
gets it to go on the assist for Payton.
What you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Bagley. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Barnes dito di ay.
The Kings making a switch here.
Layap.
Halliburton's checked in.
Barnes.
And so here's New York, leading by 5. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with a win.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
Certainly something to keep an eye on. We'll see how the rotations go this time out. Every night it seems to be different.
Here's Rose. Sacramento grabs the miss.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Hill can't hit. And the call will be against Marvin Bagley. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for New York. Toppin, he's checked in for Noel. Kevin Knox comes in for Randall. And Alec Burks subbed in for Barrett. Sacramento also making some changes. Jeffries is checked in. And Corey Joseph subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. The Knicks leading by 3. Rose passes to Toppin. And finished off by Rose.
Well, that's one of Derrick Rose's specialties, finishing at the rim. Go ahead and flex those muscles, D. Rose.
And the pass to Barnes. Bagley kicks to Jeffries. Here's Halliburton.
Yes.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the New York Knicks. And he banks it away.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball.
Outside, Joseph. Pass to Halliburton.
Wakas si Halliburton.
Here's Burks. He can't hit that time. The Kings trail by 4. Joseph finds Bagley. From the arc. Burks pulls it in. New York's gone 0-2 from the over Jeffries. Here's Toppin. That shot off the mark. Good D by Barnes. Takes the 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Barnes has got 8.
These defenders have never started closing down on shooting.
Burks looking around. The kick out to Rose. Down low. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
No one's ever questioned his court vision. Rose playing unselfish basketball, being the leader this team needs him to be.
Big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Rose against Joseph. To the inside. And the basket by Knox.
This guy, you love to see him go up strong and finish in contact. Do work, Kevin Knox.
From deep. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Knicks lead by 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
Knock. Wala. Mga nasaag siguro na. Shoutout na ko ang mga subscriber na po na wala pa subscribe.
We had a chance to speak with RJ Barrett about what was a trying first year.
Subscribe mo, okay? Kanina kayo nananaw pa dito sa channel.
At the end of the day, it's part of the game. I feel like you can learn more from a loss
Learning from
than you can
losses
from a win.
si RJ
And
Barrett.
my teammates have been great. The whole organization's been great. We just, whatever happens.
And Barrett, a guy who's accustomed to winning, at least as an amateur grade.
I mean, he won a championship in high school, could have won one in his only year of college. He's going to be a driving force for the organization to get better.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. On the court for the Knicks, Knox out there with Toppin. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Rivers in at the shooting guard position. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me that kind of separate themselves. And it's one because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from three, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having a guard the three-point line.
Now, here's Burks. 17 points for him last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. And the Knicks making a change here. Bullock's checked in. Here's Payton. It's hauled in by the Kings.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D is just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now let's have a quick look at some of the league's top defenders in the season's second half. And you look at Joseph, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
Defensively, he's been a club. I mean, he has just been blanketing his opponent.
First one falls for him. A different look for New York. Nerlens Noel comes in for Toppin, and Julius Randle subbed in for Kevin Knox. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for the Kings. De'Aaron Fox comes in for Joseph. And he makes both free throws.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Knicks trail by 3. Here's Payton. Tips it. It's good on the putback. Noel's got 6.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Buddy Hield. Check in for Payton.
Gawas piton kay ipiton kang Knox.
Randle surveying the D. And contact on the shots. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Post game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes to make the right call.
Oh, no!
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands. It was made on the floor.
And you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you gotta acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
Mandawi Gamers na ada rin sa channel. Lagyan natin si Sir Anchita sa ating pangalan.
And how is the West shaping up, guys? Well, let's take a moment here to check it out. Now that the mid-season grind is well underway. Take a look at the King. This season has been a struggle for them. They're down at the bottom of the conference.
And checking out Sacramento. They talk all about how this year is going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
All talk, no walk. Simple as that. They just don't match up with the better teams in the NBA.
All free throws good from Randall.
It's very hard to envision a tougher start to a young man's career. Think back, Julius Randle broke his leg in his first NBA game. But to his great credit, he wasted no time getting healthy and becoming productive.
The Kings shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Sangay Noel, Nerlens. Grabe naman yung buhok. Nangilit-kilit naman na.
First free throw is good. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season. I was championship night. I was 168 pounds.
No
and,
kidding.
Well, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Didn't miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall, looked in my face. Yeah.
Oh, ouch. Here's Barrett, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Rashawn Holmes. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. 2nd in field goal percentage. And he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And you mentioned it, he's the 2nd best shooter in the league right now. Quick trigger with just a little bit better footwork. He could take over that top spot.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Pass to Barrett. Feeds it to Noel. It's stolen by Heel. Fires the 3. And there's Fox. That's good on the assist by Holmes. Fox has got the lead up to 4 now for the Kings. To the paint. Randall with the bucket.
Well, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter, with about 3 minutes gone by, Bagley, here's Halliburton. Misses the three.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Count that one. The Bullets got it all tied up now for New York.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Fox. Target with his 3. For New York, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. That puts them in the lead.
Austin Rivers opportunistic in transition. That's what happens when you sprint the floor.
Timeout called by the Kings.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Marvin Bagley. Let's take a moment to see which squads have been the most dominant on the glass this season. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Number 5, the Knicks.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Now, here is Halliburton. 7 points in the game.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Barrett, no good. Sacramento's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range.
Well, Buddy Hield's the consummate gym rat. Growing up in the Bahamas, he built his own rim with a milk crate and would shoot all night. His neighbors got so tired of yelling at him to keep it down. He sprinkled broken glass under the rim to get him to move the hoop.
Now, here is Halliburton. Following the miss by Derrick Rose.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
A floater. Yes, that goes in. And Greg, they said Hield would wait until his mom fell asleep and then sneak out to play basketball. And when she came looking for him, he'd take off running.
Yeah, he preferred to catch that discipline at home more so than in public. But growing up in the 8 Mile Rock, a tough neighborhood, his mom rightfully very protective.
5 to shoot. Hield from outside. No ground for board. Randall's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the middle. 55 seconds left to play here in the half. Rose in the post. Buries it down low. Rose has got 6 points.
You can see the athleticism and toughness. Rose becoming exponentially more dangerous the closer he gets to the rim.
Halliburton.
And once again off the mark by Sacramento. And a fast break now for New York. And slams it in.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
Yeah, instinctively, too, Fox there looking to be a ball mover, a facilitator. And that's one reason why his team is playing well.
And Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Malayo sih. Likod kayo sila. Hello.
And so here is New York. And he's wide open. He shoots. And it's good. 2 points. He's got 8.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
A tremendous drive by Harrison Barnes. You know, so often he's played to shoot that, but he can put it on the deck and fly by you.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
Free throw, good. Rose.
Well, an interesting thing about Derrick Rose, right? Over his career, he's been an up-and-down jump shooter, but he's been remarkably consistent from the free throw line.
And both free throws good for Rose.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
Jeffries, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
I will close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. New York ahead, leading by a point. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the...
Thank you, Kevin. Alfred, how big is defense going to be in the second half to help you get this win?
It's going to be big, so it's going to come down to defense wins games.
It certainly does, Alfred. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Knicks.
Well, they've been great at creating good shots on a consistent basis. It's that simple. You win the game by easier baskets than your opponents. They've been doing that. And a good ball movement, good player movement, and good body movement is the big reason.
Jack, how do you think Sacramento played?
Well, their poor rebounding is really hurting. It hasn't killed them on the scoreboard yet, but they need to pick it up. This is a game they can win. If they come out hustling in the second half, they can win.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far.
Okay, laboro ba ito isa?
Here's Fox starting off the second half. Here's Luke Walton's
Uy.
5. Healed and Moss are the 2 and the 3. Marvin Bagley is out there with Holmes, and it's Fox in at the point. And so Peyton will bring it up for the Knicks. It's a 1-point game. I'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Here's Barrett. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And playing alongside Zion Williamson at Duke makes it hard to stand out with your athleticism, but make no mistake about it, R.J. Barrett is a big-time athlete.
And Greg, I think maybe as impressive as what he brings from a physical standpoint is his commitment to put in the work, his understanding of what's required to be successful at the NBA. This guy has not only the physical tools, but the mental makeup and the work habits to be great.
That free throw missing.
And Doris, while he's kind of welcomed the spotlight of playing in New York, off the court, R.J. Barrett more of a homebody.
Right, and I love that because this is a young man who's committed to his craft. All of his energy is on becoming the best NBA player he can possibly be. But Greg, 100% correct. He's got the temperament and maturity to face the pressure of New York. I think one of the things I most admire about R.J. Barrett's game, he can do a little bit of everything. He can score it, board it, pass it at a high level. This young man can play the game.
And Fox gets it to go.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
New York trailing. Passes it to Bullock.
Yeah, Aaron Fox.
And there's the pass to Barrett.
Bullock. Ito yung Bullock nakasyat. Barrett.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Healed with the bucket.
Very good. With very little pressure on their perimeter shooters, 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Piton, Fox. Paglina, Piton. Piton, nakalusot. Ugwa kasyat. Rebound ni Kingston ka.
Noel's got the game tied up here for the Knicks.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Bagley finds Barnes. Another 3 for Sacramento.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone. I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Three-pointer, Heal.
Thank you.
Heal's got the lead up to 6 now for the Kings.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Barrett against Barnes.
Ugoy, ito nakalusot.
And Barrett slams it in.
This guy can finish with either hand. What a finish from R.J. Barrett.
Here's Heal, and then Heal with the jump.
Not the kind of aggressive
defense they need to cut to the lead. Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
You're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Barrett with the ball. Picked up by Bagley. Noel wide open. He fires. No good on the triple. Here's Sacramento now. They're on a 14-6 run. And there's Fox. That's good on the assist by Barnes. Fox has got 5 points now in the quarter. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this area at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that, more than anything, allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto MB down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known more vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. And then for Sacramento, Jeffries is checked in, and Halliburton subbed in for Heal. Just 5 to shoot. New York, no good that time either. Kings leading now by 8. Pass to Jeffries. Back to Barnes. 9 feet out. Again, Sacramento.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now, Burks. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Give Alec Burks a little daylight. This guy is ready to fire.
Sacramento's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. Pass to Joseph. A 3 ball. Kept alive.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the play tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
1:46 left in the third. Joseph against Rose. And there's another one for the Knicks.
We've seen this a time or two. Derrick Rose in the mid-range doing work.
Here's Barnes, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Quickly. Backed in off the glass. He has 6. Kings leading now by 8. Here's Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
And how about the leaping ability of Bagley? He gets off the ground with ease to throw out.
Here's Rose. He's got 10. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter. And he lays it straight in. Rose has got 12 points in the game.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Rose throws it down.
Another one for Derrick Rose. This is a flashback to when he used to do this on a nightly basis.
And for Sacramento, they're shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. And here's Joseph for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Joseph's got the lead up to 11 now for the Kings.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Rose, no good.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Barnes dishes to Joseph. From deep three-point range, but they recover it. Here's Jeffries. Joseph, the pass to Barnes. Fires the 3. That shot is off. Harrison Barnes getting it done for the Sacramento Kings. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points. And he'll return shortly. Luke Walton had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, that's beautiful basketball. That's fun, right? Even with the lead, we keep passing, we keep moving, we make the extra pass. That's fun. It's fun to watch. I know that much.
Well, Greg, it looks like his guys are having a blast out there, too.
Yeah, I mean, everything seems to be coming together at this point. They have the momentum thanks to how efficient they've been on offense.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Julius Randle is out there with Knox. Then there's Alec Burks. Then there's Austin Rivers. That's the 5 for New York right now. Here's the 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Burks. And he drops it in from the low post.
Boy, remarkable watching Alec Burks power through the defense.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups and matchups or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Luke Walton was just talking about strategy with his team. He told them, look, we're in a good spot. The one thing I want you guys to do, stay in the moment. Don't look ahead. Stay in the moment and compete. Kevin, we'll see if they can keep focused.
Knicks trail by 12. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Here's Rivers. Great D that time from Bagley. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. That's good from Fox on the assist by Hill. 16 points for De'Aaron Fox.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pit, no rotation. My goodness. I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball,
I love it. Barrett, no good. And so it's Bagley with it. He brings it up for the Sacramento Kings. He tries for three. And stolen by Randall. Now Barrett pushing it up, and no one back to score.
Boy, great gamble by Julius Randle. Sets up the transition game.
Fox kicks to Hill. Fox dishes to Hill. Sacramento again missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Payton against Bagley. Kings leading now by 10. And now Sacramento on the break. Again, the miss by the Kings. For New York, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Here, hammers that one down. Right in the face of Rashawn Holmes.
Oh my goodness, that was electric. RJ Barrett with a little flash.
And it's Halliburton missing. For New York, they've gone 5 of 8 shootings. We've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Bagley with the block. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. And offense going defensive performance for the Caps' mobile 1 block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for the Knicks.
Rip, hatanya rip kay Pildihon na rin hilang sila isang paggan ka na.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Barrett finds Payton. Shoots the three. Not going to go that time. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Healed outside. Bagley the pass to Holmes. Three-pointer. Good. And a nice assist from Fox. And the Kings lead by 11.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Randall down low. Defended by Bagley. Randall no good. Kings leading now by 11 on the wing. Heel. Holmes passes to Halliburton. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Fox. Knocks down the three ball. Fox has got 10 points here in the second half.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection. Swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
They get a hand on it. Passes it to Halliburton. Three-pointer, Heel. Here's Bagley. Back to Fox. Front past the arc. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Barrett for 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Holmes got rebound number 5 here tonight. From beyond the arc. Kept alive by Sacramento. Inside, here's Fox. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Sometimes Fox just can't be contained. I mean, he plays with so much heart and passion and terrific at scoring even when he gets bodied up.
And getting to the free throw line more and more. G8 off the top to stay in front of De'Aaron Fox.
I mean, he's just got to knock them down, though. I mean, a free throw percentage, I think he can and will improve upon.
And New York making a change here. Rose is checked in. And that one misses. Talk about receding in the playoffs when you got down to the final 4 teams. If it ensures the 2 best teams make the finals, it would seem to me, Greg, to be worth it. What about you?
You know, it could be. I think about the worldwide attention on that championship round, but you got to get the Eastern Conference teams to sign off on that. And, you know, we've seen it happen in the past where the power shifts from one conference to the other, but ultimately, nothing better than seeing the 2 best teams play for it all.
Well, with his strength, Julius Randle can absorb contact easier than a lot of players. This guy is not going to be intimidated.
At the line for 2.
Julius Randle. Shoutout na ko ang mga subscribers na ko nga sila si Amy Nugadas, si Joyce Cavaliers, Carla Hilig, si Sir Philip Tampos.
Good on the first, and that brings them to within 10.
Philip Amar, si Sir Joel Gorganera.
Both free throws good from Randle. And it's Fox with the ball for Sacramento. They've led by as many as 14 points. Here's New York. Here's Barrett. He kicks to Bullock.
The back.
Healed against Noel. It's good.
Don't you love how Noel just sticks with it, never gives up on the possession, working really hard for his guys.
Three-pointer Healed. Nailed from three-point land. And the Kings lead by 10.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Holmes can't get it to go in. There's the pass to Barrett. The 3. The putback can't get it to fall. And so it's Sacramento easily covering this. Like
the mental toughness that this group showed. They were never rattled at all by the opposing team.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
Classified.